friends, friends that are family, and family that are friends. This is Eddie with the TBD Network, also the TBD Podcast Network. The TBD Network is a thinkers podcast covering subjects and ideas that can advance the mental fortitude and critical thinking in an effort to further humanity through casual conversation. But right now, you are listening to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jimmy James. This is how it's supposed to sound like. I don't know why, but I do not like that at all. So I usually like everything I get from Amazon, but so far for the phone, I do not like that. Sam, I am. But no, honestly, I'm going to try it out for other things and see if it works. I can't even find the name for that. But anyway, I said I'll be right back after this, so let me play you something that, I don't know, I think you guys should hear. Here we go.
Good morning. This is Rich, the supplement guy from Jersey. Starting my first day out on my vlog, drinking my pre-workout. Today I'm actually using a product by BPI called 1MR. This stuff is legit. Makes you sweat like the old Oxy Elite used to do. So I'm actually using it as a fat burner and a pre-workout. So I'm going to continue doing these every day with new products. I think this is a great new platform. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Supplement Guy, New Jersey.
All right, everybody, that was Richard Kaufman, and I just replayed it. That's Richard Kaufman, and that was his beginning of his episode called The Beginning. That is Vertical Momentum. Go check this man out. On a side note of Vertical Momentum, hold on one second. I'm going to drop the link. I just wanted to tell you because he also has another podcast. I haven't talked to him about this. I guess he is doing both, but he also has this is Vertical Momentum, and then there's Vertical Momentum 2.0, and honestly, I had to take some time for this. And before I even tell you about that, let me put this on. Sorry about that. And before I even tell you about that, for some reason, the Beatles episode, the episode that I put out, I thought it came out. I had no idea it did not come out. I told everybody, yeah, I just dropped, my bonus season 15. I always do 15-0. And then I try to do something different, special. And I'm checking, I republished it, and I'm thinking maybe because they're changing, I can't do that, put my own music out. But if I go and check, the Jimmy James Holiday Hour, that's out. It's out. That was just a Beatles song. But yeah, so real quick, before I get into that, I'll have to edit some of this because I'm sounding like a nut going from thing to thing to thing. Because this show is ultimately about something else, but I wanted to check to see. No, it did not come out yet. The last episode is bonus and shout out to a friend. That was Richard Kaufman. So we're getting back on track. By the way, this is season 15. This will be episode 0. I don't mind. I guess they're not going to put it out, whatever, or I'll have to redo it. So, I did let you guys hear some of that, and I told you, hey, I think I said somewhere that I let you guys listen to that. Oh, I'm not sure if I did or not. This is the stuff I need to do. Long story short, this man, this gentleman has sent me his book, okay? Let me tell you something. And he, like, for free. Signed and everything, and with a card, and something written on the card, obviously, and something written in the book, not just a signature. So I tremendously, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. I actually was like, alright, I gotta start reading this. And as I'm scrolling, and Richard, you know I'll be 100 with you, I was scrolling, I'm like, alright, this is cool. There's a lot of material in this book. You might see it to be skinny, but no, it is not. There is, I'm not gonna give anything away. I think there's 11, there's a 10 chapters, plus 11. That's the bonus chapter. But stuff that most people you think would know, as like we would all know this, like where to keep your mouth. That is true. Sometimes I'll come up to hey, what are you doing? Like, I'll do that if I'm doing a bit. But that's true. 6 inches away from your mouth. Or you'll always hear me say, I gotta get my snare, because if I take my snare off, you must you hear all that, right? And that's putting my snare back on. Another thing is, I did it right there, purposely. Another thing is, you do have to watch that. I do it all the time. But when you have only yourself to do so much editing, there's only so much I can do. I could put that extra time in, but then there's just time in the day that I cannot get back. You know, they always say that saying, there's only so much time in the day. I like to try to come up with my own quotes. So this was just a big thank you to Richard and his book and his note. It was so sweet of him. We've been friends for a long time on Facebook. I've known him. I never knew how big he was. I never looked into him. I heard his stuff, and I'm like, oh, cool. He talks about himself, and then he has guests on and his struggles. I didn't know. I should have listened more. But Richard understands, I'm sure, we all do. When you're doing your own stuff, when you're a content creator of anything, you can only follow so many people and listen to so much of their stuff. So, I might have to personally say, hey, Richard, go listen to this part. This is where I shouted you out. Not to be like, hey, I did something. It's just because he might be tremendously busy. I'm actually supposed to call Lisper today. Oh, man. We're supposed to be doing a show. I told him this weekend would be better for me. Alright, so that's it. I really wanted to go more into this, but I mean, it is a beautiful man. He sent me the book. I have it. So I'll just share something what he signed in the book after his signature. He said, Jimmy, thank you for being my #1 supporter. You are truly amazing. I hope this book helps you. Your friend, Richard Kaufman. I love your signature, by the way, Rich. Just an R with a long line. I'm trying to do the same thing. Oh, and by the way, last thing I'll say with Rich, between me and you, instead of saying, I love you, brother, which I do, but John 3:16. Alright, guys, and now for the real rest of the show. This is a real topic, and obviously you've seen the name of the show, so get ready to kind of get, I don't know, viewer description advised. I don't know. Seriously, this is a serious subject, and I'll give you all the details right after I give myself a cut break here, and I'll be right back after this next part coming up. I hope you guys really do listen to this show. Take care for right now, because even though it's 1:36 p.m., I won't have the rest of this done until probably 4 hours from now. Alright, be right back to you, but for me, hours from now. Here we go.
Hey everybody, it's me, Richard Kaufman, also known as the Comeback Coach. And today, I'm hitting you with a truth bomb that can literally turbocharge your podcasting journey. So stick around, because what I'm about to share isn't just a game changer, it's the lifeline your podcast desperately needs. What is it? It's choosing where your podcast lives. It's like picking a home for your brainchild. Get it right, and you're setting up a legacy. Mess it up, and well, you're screaming into the void. Don't sweat it. I got your six. I got your back. Today, we're decoding the maze of podcast platforms, distribution secrets, and the golden key of your RSS feed. And believe me, by the end of this episode, you'll be armed to dominate the podcasting world. First up, your platform. Look, everyone and their dog wants to start a podcast these days, right? But here's the catch. Not all platforms are created equal. Take Spotify, formerly known as Anchor, for instance. It's not just free, it's your all-in-one recording, editing, and distributing powerhouse. Now, we have been on Spotify or Anchor since day one. We have over 1,200 episodes with over 2 million downloads. We love Spotify, we love Anchor. So that's something that we really love. And like I said, it's free, it works amazing, and they push it out to a lot of different places. But it's not about going cheap. It's about making smart choices. Choosing a platform is like choosing a partner. You want reliability, support, and someone who's got your back in the monetization game. So ask yourself, what does my podcast really need? Next up, let's talk about spreading the word. You got your podcast ready to rock, but how do you get into the ears of listeners everywhere? Distribution, my friends. It's all about distribution. Platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify are where the party's at. Apple's number one, Spotify is number two. And getting there, it's about mastering the art of the RSS feed. But guys, it's really simple, efficient, and absolutely critical. So speaking of RSS feeds, let's demystify this beast. It's your podcast passport to the world. Constantly updating and pushing your content out there. Get this right, and you're not just a podcaster. You are a podcasting powerhouse, my friend. And that's the real secret to reaching millions and the millions of the rocks people. I'm sorry, guys. I love professional wrestling, so I kind of digress. So there you have it. The right platform, distribution mastery, and the magic of RSS feeds. Combine these, and you're not just making waves. You're setting the ocean on fire. If you're serious about leaving a mark with your podcast, it's time to act. Deep dive, make bold choices, and let your voice echo across the globe. Join me on this journey, so make sure you subscribe, share, and let's revolutionize podcasting together. Because remember, in a world of noise, your voice is the only one that can make a difference. So let's make it count. Thanks for listening, champs. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries, and remember, vertical momentum, the only way to go is up. But Do you need help doing this stuff? Did you know that you can work one-on-one with me to help you get to where you're going? I am taking a few, 1 or 2 new students on, where I will work with you 8 weeks one-on-one to go from thought all the way to profit in 8 weeks to get your podcast out there and making money. So if you like for me to be your personal podcasting coach, just leave me a message on any DM me on any of the 35 platforms we're on at Vertical Momentum Podcast, and you can get in touch with me. I love you guys. Keep crushing it. I love you. Have an amazing week.
That shit. I was just listening to Richard's latest The Enlisted Money Guy, Brandon Lovinger. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Lovinger, on building wealth from the ground up. I got about the 23-minute mark, and I was like, all right, I got too much to do. That's what I'm talking about. It's too much to do in the time that you want to get it done. And just to
that having a first set of income streams is going to be really helpful overall.
That's where I'm at.
That's kind of my plan, at least.
I thought
lean on any one thing, but I'm also not trying to be.
It's talking about money, and actually Richard made a really I just actually sent that into the Creators Crew, and if you don't know what that is, the Creators Crew is a place where I had wanted to make my friends, especially all my creating friends out there, come together. And I was like, instead of answering this person, that person, I think we all could get along and we can bring people. But I didn't want to make it too big, and I wanted to ask, hey, do you guys want to join this? It'll be just about 15 to 20 max, ish, whatever. There's like there was 14. I think we're down to 13 now. One guy did leave on personal reasons. That's fine, and we support all that. No hard feelings. But like, for example, I have all those guys come in there, and I had the content creators group, and I was like, you know what, man, we're a freaking crew, man. We're a freaking crew. And like I said, I wanted to really get on topic today. So today's story, I don't want to say story. This is real life stuff. So there's not going to be a lot of joking, and I want to get your opinions on this. Alright, guys, alright, we're gonna jump over. This was just a little bonus, I guess. The real show is coming up next. I wish you will listen to the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to be dropping this in the beginning or the end, or both, but like usual, take care of yourselves and one another. Sorry it's a little loud in here. I had to put the air on. I was dying. It was very hot, and I got through a lot of stuff. So, like I said, please enjoy this next segment coming up. Alright, this was mostly for Richard, and I had to share things, and I had questions, and I honestly had a real financial question, but something I wanted to ask, and there's so many questions that people ask me, I ask them, you ask everybody else, we all ask that person, and if that person doesn't know, and that other person doesn't know, and you swore that person would know, and definitely wouldn't not know, meaning would have the answer, they would go to God with it. And let me tell you something. Whatever makes your soul happy, that's what matters on my show, and I believe on anybody's show. So not to get too sappy, I'm still Jimmy James. I'm still crazy, deranged, off the hinges, batshit, going Mach 3. I just had to share my humanity from Richard Kaufman and his Vertical Momentum team. The appreciation he so much deserved from me. Thank you for your book, your work, your hard dedication work, the 11,000 hours plus you put in. And also you might want to thank God I didn't do a raplet again. Love you, brother. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're going to get a little bit more serious into the next show. And I wanted to also mention, I don't know why Spotify did not put out my Beatles song selection. And I wasn't trying to rhyme that, but the 15, for season 15, I had 15 Beatles songs. And I did talk, but I didn't really talk in the beginning as much, and a little bit at the end. And I know you're supposed to have talking, but here's the thing. It was recorded, meaning I sat there and recorded it. It wouldn't have made a difference. I don't know. I find it strange. Maybe they're changing their ways over there. I don't know. I might have mentioned that, and that's it. So let's once again, thank you to Richard, and now I'm going to jump on to something real that I just learned today. And, well, I knew about, but I mean, I'm learning a lot more today. I already did 99% of the episode. The rest is just editing. Alright, that's it. The next one is very explicit. I'm going to mention that in the beginning of the next show, too. Alright, take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James, May 9th, saying peace out. And like always, take care of yourselves and one another. Did I just say that? I don't know. Hit the music.
What's up? You are now tuning in to the Jimmy. You are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. And then I was like, no way. And then I was like, what's up? You are now tuning in to the you are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. You are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. And then I was like, no way. And then I was like, what's up? This is Jimmy James. You are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Basically. And then I was like, no way. And then I was like, what's up? This is Jimmy. You are now tuning in. And then I was like, A to Z. No way. And then I was like, what's up? This is Jimmy James. A to Z. A to Z. What's up? This is Jimmy James. What's up? This is Jimmy James. You are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. What's up? This is you are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. And you are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. And then I was like, no way. Basically. And then I was like, no way. And then I was like, what's up? You are now tuning in to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. What's up? This is Jimmy James. A to Z. A to Z. Basically.